Hey guys, hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. I am going to pull this up on my phone so that I can see what you guys are seeing. Oh, I just saw somebody had a centiversary. It is Amber. Congratulations, Amber. Happy centiversary. It's taken a while for this to show up. Okay, let's see. I don't know why it's not showing up. That's so weird. I need to be able to see it so I can see if you guys have questions. And my phone is not showing that I'm live. So maybe I am live in the wrong group. It's weird because it says, oh, sound it. I can see live in the wrong. Okay. Sorry, guys. There we go. Hey, Jasmine. How are you? So, one, if you have filled out, good morning, sunshine. If you have filled out the questionnaires, I am so excited about these because it's going to give me a place to go in the future and to know what you guys need training on or prefer training on and all that good stuff. But today I want to talk about systems because I really feel like systems in our business, they're necessary. They're not just important, they are necessary. And I'm still drinking coffee because I left early to go vote. So give me some time to sip in between. Okay. I say that like I don't drink coffee all day, right? Just give me a second to sip this coffee because I went to vote early. Okay. So I'm going to talk about systems and I'm going to do a lot of sheen screen sharing today because I want you guys to see some of the systems that I use and why I use them. But I want to start with saying this. Sorry, I'm trying to get my handy dandy over here also. Um, I want to start with saying this that systems will change as you grow in this business. Your systems are going to have to grow with you, and if you don't have them growing with you, then you're gonna find yourself in a real pickle. And the reason for that is, in my opinion, okay, the reason for that, in my opinion, is because, for example, a lot of people talk about Project Broadcast. I highly rely on Project Broadcast, but I didn't in the beginning. I didn't have enough customer base. I didn't have enough teammates to really justify it in the beginning. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and show you what I started with and then ultimately what I ended up with or where I'm at now, because I really think that this is going to change for all of us throughout the time that we do this. So let me share my screen. Share. I want to share the entire screen. Share. Okay. All right. So you guys should see what I'm seeing now. I wonder if I can. I don't know if I can do this or not. We're going to find out. Let's see what happens over there. I'm waiting because it's, a couple seconds behind. Okay, great. So y'all can still see it. So this is my desktop, and I try not to have too much stuff on here. As you can see, I have a lot. Some of those were just from customer service things, so I use that a lot. Um, but I'm going to go over here. So I want to go into my folder. So the first thing is all of these folders that you see. I'm going to try to bring this to the middle for you. All of these folders that you see, I live out of folders because then I know where to go to get stuff. Okay. So I have them by year. So right now I'm in this 2024. And I have found that this is what works best for me. And then what I can do is I can open two of these up and I can drag stuff over, which I have not done for 2024 yet. My 2024 spring summer obviously starts with the catalog. And so as I use different things, like for example, my parties is one of the first things that I used. So I want to have this up. I did the choose your own adventure. So I just put the stuff that I need just for that. The reason that I'm doing that is because then when I'm working on it, which is going to be in Project Broadcast, I know right where to go to find the pictures that I want for it. And the reason that I feel like this is so important is, for example, the whiff box. And when I open that up, I'm going to have it by month. So if you remember recently, they had a flash sale. You haven't done. Yes, it is so important, Jasmine. The more organized we are, the better off we are. So, like, if you remember, we had a flash sale not that long ago where they had put I think it was the May whiff box in there, and everybody was going, "What was in the May whiff box?" Well, I could go right to it and pull it up and see what was in it. Um, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you a couple different things because I really want this to be more business, but I also want you to see that business includes launches. I'm going to go back to 2024. So for example, collections, this is where I put all the collections that are going to launch during the time frame that we're in. Um, same, I just do everything and it has made a huge difference for me. And then I can go back to the spring, summer, fall, and winter. Same thing. If I go to the warmer of the month, I have all of them right there. I can click on whatever month it is. I have the warmer of the month. Same thing with the whiff boxes. If I go to the whiff boxes, boom, they're all going to be right there and I can see. It also makes it really easy when you're in the workstation and you're pulling up a new, whatever the news is. When you get down to the bottom of it, especially in the product releases, it's going to give you an option to download all. That's what I do. I download it all, and then from my downloads folder, I can just drag everything right over. Now, I understand some people are not tech savvy. That's okay. We can work with you. We can try to help you understand some of these. I know if I start talking about, accounting stuff and it's not something that you're used to, I start saying, hey, how's your chart of accounts? You're going to look at me like, what? So it's kind of the same thing. But here's the thing, guys, if that's something that you need help with, then I want to help you get there. And if I could do a one-on-one just like this and show you how I use them and how these have helped me to stay organized more than anything else. So now I'm going to go back to my big one. Um, and I have this business forms and docs. So I want you guys to know that this is where I first started out. Literally, I was just like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I'm trying to get to the top of it. You can see, I believe that this is, oh my goodness, what's her name? Johanna Luna's calendar, her planner. I actually downloaded a couple planners. But this is where I started, the simple systems. And I am fairly certain that the simple systems are also saved under the Rusty's Roadies in an album. Hey, Amber. Happy anniversary, girl. Look, I'm talking to you like you're over there. It's because I can see you over there and realize I'm looking this way. um, so, anyway, so this simple systems was where I originally started, and I printed them out and I put them in a binder, and that's what worked for me. And I can show y'all those binders as well. Now, this here is that simple 111 method. Um, and it's just a calendar for host, join, build. And I think that that's pretty cool. It's, ask one person a day to host, share the opportunity with one person a day, and build a deeper relationship with one person a day. And this is just a simple checklist where it's basically a way to make sure that you're doing it. I don't know if this document is in there. If it's something that you guys would like for me to add in there, let me know, and I can definitely do that. But I'm just going to kind of go through some of these. Annual mentor, guys, 14 frontline, and it's from May to April. Same with our sales tracking. There's a annual sales tracker, annual sales, what's it called? Excellence tracker. There's one of those in here. This is so important because it gives you a visual. It just shows you, boom, it's in your face and just, I think, helps keep you accountable to it. And I'm not going to go over all of these, but this is the annual sales tracker. This one's pretty cool. I used to do this one. Now I've kind of moved this one into doing it. Oh, great. Thank you. I've kind of moved this one onto my iPad, which I'm going to talk about shortly because This is where I'm at now. I don't do as many of these as what I do. I keep a lot of it on my iPad, and I'm learning to go digital. And I'm going to tell you guys, I am such a pen and paper person, but it can get overwhelming. And if I can have it right here, I've learned to transition stuff over and it works. Um, okay, a couple other forms. Daily tracking log. This is a great thing if you want to keep track of your numbers at the point that you're building a team. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. This is something I've never done. I've always wanted to do it, and I just don't. I don't know why I don't. I don't know why. I just have not been able to say, go in there and track everyone's numbers for every freaking day. I just don't. Maybe one day I will. Maybe one day it'll make sense enough to me to do it. Your demo product list, guys, this list right here is your tax write-off documents. And I'm going to show you. So this is the simple systems form of it. But then, oh, I can't go there. I got to go back to here. I'm going to show you where I have changed this to now. Now I have this as a Google Sheet. And I like it because I can access it anywhere. So I have a sampled product list. I don't list out every single product. Like I don't say one Johnny Appleseed bar, but this year alone, this is just for 2024. Now this will be a January through December thing because that's how we file our taxes. But on this, I have sampled out this year alone 35 wax bars, 5 licensed bars, and 4 pods. And then as I go on, I'll do that. You can see I have 2023 here. So it shows exactly, it gives me a number. I can literally print this off and I can put it with my tax stuff and it's done. I don't have to think about it anymore. Another thing that I have done is I should have just opened a new one and instead I closed it out like a big dummy. Happy Mail. I do the same exact thing for Happy Mail. Whoops, y'all probably shouldn't be seeing these names. Let me see if I can. There you go. But these are different things. And this is stuff that I am giving out to somebody and why I'm giving it out to them. And so it's the same concept. Now, I did this on pen and paper, or with pen and paper, I should say, before now. So literally this year, January 1st, is when I finally started taking this one digital. And I can already tell you I'm going to love it because, again, when I get to the bottom, and I don't have it set because I don't know where the bottom's going to be yet, but I can literally just do a sum. And I have to find some because I am not, this is one of the things that I'm learning. I've always been a Microsoft girl where I could, I'm sure it's over here somewhere. Anyway, I can do a sum and it's tools. I wonder if it's under tools. Anyway, I have always been a Microsoft person, so I know Excel, I know Microsoft Word. The Google Docs and Google Sheets have taken me a little while to figure out. I'm going to hide this for a minute so I can see if I can find that because I'm sure it's here. But anyway, and I know it's here because I have it on the other one, but um, somewhere there's going to be an option for me to just jump in here and it's going to give me a total and same thing. I can take that right to my accountant and then I'm done. But again, guys, I've just started that. If you're already a tech person and you already know Microsoft, not Microsoft, if you already know Google Sheets and Google Docs, this will be easy for you. It's very similar to Excel, but there was enough difference, and I have been an Excel girl for 30 years, like 30 years of working in it in industries where we didn't have Google computers. I, whatever they're called. They're not an iPad. What are they called? iMacs. We never had those. We were all Microsoft. We were all computers. So anyway, um, this is your list of 100. Y'all know what this is, but it's pretty nice to write it. This would be a great document to keep as well. like I have a lot of just notes everywhere of people that I'm asking to party, people that I'm asking to join. This would be something that would be really easy, and I will probably upload this to my handy dandy iPad, and start using it as a write over. I use GoodNotes, which allows me to write over whatever's in there, and this would be a great thing to have in there. So let me get rid of that one too. Now this is your month over month. Again, this is not something I've ever done, but I could see how it would be beneficial. Um, okay, monthly expenses, another one, guys. This is a big one. Here's the thing about systems. You have to have a system for everything, okay? You should have a system that's going to help you at the end of the year with your taxes. That's going to, and this, guys, is just an easy pen and paper, but these are the things where you can write it off and everything is already there. But you have to stay on top of it each week, each month, each day, really. And so this is a great thing. You know, if you have a place in your purse where you can put your receipts, when you come home at the end of the day, jump in here, fill this out, and then put your receipts in an envelope or whatever it is that you're going to put them in so that they're ready for the end of the year. This is how you're going to make sure doing this daily, doing this on the spot is how you're going to make sure that you're not missing anything. Now, I'm going to talk about this, some things, monthly expenses that are just right off the top of my head. Your website. If you have a website, you can write that off. Cent of the month subscriptions. You're using those to promote your business. You can write those off. So there's a lot of different things, and those are just some, guys. Those are literally just some. Anything that you pick up, I have nothing here. This is just a, I got it from the dollar store. It's a little frame, and it's what I used for a display at someone's business. I can write this off. All I have to do is come home with that receipt and log it in here. Now, an alternative to monthly expenses on a sheet like this is having a business account, which I have. So I don't fill this out because I make sure that I use my business bank account to pay for everything that's business related. So, and because I'm a bookkeeper, I already have access to QuickBooks. So my guy literally gets, you know, a couple sheets of paper at the end of the year and I'm done. But again, I want to show you guys where I started to where I am now so that any of these that will help you are there and available. Now here's a really cool one. This is a monthly task list. Um, and I think this is pretty cool. I think having, and this is geared more towards a leader, but there are a ton of them. I think there's one, maybe it's the Power Hour and Workstation that is kind of like this for anyone. Give me one second. Okay. But anyway, this is a pretty cool thing. And this is just telling you day one, do all of these, day two. And keep in mind, this is something that you can totally um, put up and just keep making copies of it and redo it, and you can change it to you and what's best for your business. But anyway, and I'm not going to go through all of these now. This order tracker is for if there are some of you who have a real hard time with your follow-up systems, or you don't have a good follow-up system yet, this would be something you need to consider, because this is telling you it's a physical way for you to track your customers' orders. And right here, it has a line for follow up. So you can check them. Um, the worst thing ever is for a customer to reach out to you and say, "Hey, I ordered 20 days ago and it hasn't got here yet." And those are the ones that are stuck in the mail, and there's no telling what's wrong with them. But until we, you know, go in there and say, "Well, here's the tracking number. I want to track it and I want to see where it's going," it sucks if we don't know that. That's something we should be, that's customer service. Staying on top of that and making sure that your customers' orders are out and delivered and have arrived. So that's a great thing. Here's a tracker for your Scentsy Club subscribers. I used to do this when I first started. I would do this. It was very difficult, in my opinion, to do it. it because people would change their subscriptions. And I will say that from the point that I've started to now, the workstation is so much more user friendly when it comes to your Sensi Club subscribers. So I do feel like this is probably not something, it's not something I use now. But again, in the beginning, I did because it was important. And let me tell you what else it does. And again, now the workstation does that for you, but it lets you know, like you can get a brief glimpse real quick and go, I have 5 club subscribers that are going to process this month. Hey, Haley. So that's a big thing right there. And then thank you follow ups. Now, this one here is another great one. Um, it's this one I think took over the other follow up or the one that's tracking it, but it's a great thing. And I think it was, I want to say it was Chelsea Otto and Lindsay Pearson that created these trackers. And I'm just going to tell you, I have used them from day one because that was what made sense to me. And I'm just now moving everything over to digital where I'm not using them anymore. Okay. So I'm going to go back up to here and I'm going to jump off of my Happy Mail. So we talked a little bit about, I'm going to go back down here again. We've talked a little bit about folders. This is just a great way, guys, to keep stuff. So I'm going to even go down here and show you guys. I want to give you guys some ideas. So like I have a whole fundraising one. I do fundraisers in both North Carolina and Virginia. So I have a folder for each one where I've separated them. You're okay, girl. It's okay to be a little late. Um, Games. Here's another one. I have my games. I have them listed. I think it's so important to have, the last thing you want to do is be looking for a game for St. Patrick's Day and have to go through all the Christmas and all the everything else. So just creating separate folders. This one here is games for any time. And I just keep them in here, guys, because that last minute when I'm looking for a game and I want to find something, this is where I'm going to go to find it. I have a bunch of St. Patrick's Day games in here. And so I just think it's smart, guys, to be organized. I really think that's the key is organization. And then I also down here, when I get to the bottom, now some of this I need to clean up big time because I don't even know what this one is. Oh, these are ones that I did for my follow-ups. But I will create a folder for everything for the time frame that I'm using it. Same thing here. And then I have different like recognition. This is where I'm going to keep, let me go to March. This is where I'm going to keep all of my stuff. It just makes it easy. Here's the thing. I add to these all the time. Like I might add something that another leader has provided and throw it in here, but it just gives you options. And 2 years from now, are you guys going to remember that we use this specific graphic for shout outs? So I just, it's really, that's all that it's about is just finding a way to be organized, to use systems that are in place that work for you. And I just think that's smart. So that's all I have today. I wanted to just really take the time to talk to you guys about systems. If y'all have any questions or if you want to see anything before I jump off here, put them in the comments now because I can see both and I can help or show you immediately. And if there's something that I've shown you today that you want me to put on the team page, let me know and I can do that too. I'm going to take a sip of coffee while I wait to see if anybody puts any comments. How many of you, I'm curious, how many of you guys use systems like this or the same ones? Would it be beneficial for us to get on and share ours? Yeah. Yeah. You mean just on the team page? Or I don't know how to do it on here. Can I do it on here? I think I can. Hold on. Nope, these are layouts. Can I add someone on the team page? Yeah. Yeah, do it, girl. If you have something, I would just do it right up under the, you know what, we can create, I'll create a whole new one. I'm going to watch the replay because I missed a lot. Okay. Let's just do it on this then. I'm going to put, once this is done, I will put a post up that just says, hey, You're getting ready to drive, but you could go live later. Heck yeah, girl. Okay, that's your homework assignment for today. Whatever system you're using right now that's working for you, let's do it that way. Let's go live. How many of you guys are willing to go live? Go live on our team page and talk about the systems that you're using and why they're working for you. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I use StreamYard. I don't know if you've heard of it, but that's how I'm able to stream to this. And I don't know if y'all can do that. I don't know if you have to be, I don't know how that works, but y'all could just go live. Just go Facebook Live in the team page, and or show them whichever you're most comfortable with. I would love to see you guys go live though. I just think it's good practice, it's good habit, and if you're in live in on Facebook, going live in front of your teamies, it should be a little bit easier to do. So let's do that. Let's everybody go live, show your system, show how it works for you, and then share your documents in the bottom, and or share your documents. There's a tab on our team page, I'm fairly certain. I'm going to jump over there real quick and look. Challenge accepted, my girl. Okay, I'm going to go over here and look, just to see. So if you go to media and albums, I'm fairly certain. Yep, there's one called business forms. So go to the business forms. That's where all of the, oh wow, I got coaching calls, daily tracking form. That's where all of the simple systems are. So do that when you go live. Um, Afterwards, just go into that album and it'll give you an option to upload additional pictures and upload your stuff. All right, guys, that's all I got. I hope you guys are going to have a marvelous Tuesday. Don't forget, Scent Brigade, all of our team meetings now are going to be moved to the Scent Brigade. Melody and I are working really hard. Part of what I'm going to be doing with these is sharing with her to come up with topics to talk about. And the plan as of right now, if it doesn't go awry, is going to be to have an all consultants meeting on the 13th of this month. And then after that, we're going to start specifying meetings by the title that you currently hold. So there will be one that will just for be like essential and certified, one for leads and superstars, one for directors and above. So I'm excited about that. She and I are working on that together, and I think it's going to be marvelous. So I'm hoping to get more. Will those be recorded? Can't watch live on Wednesdays. I'm pretty sure they will because I think they're just going to be Facebook. I think they're just going to be lives or Zooms, but I'm assuming that they will be. Melody and I will talk again on this coming Thursday. So I will ask her and make sure, but I'm sure that one of us will. And we're not expecting these to be long, also, guys. We're talking like a 30-minute thing. And if it goes longer, then it goes longer. But I think our plan, I believe we talked about it, and our plan is to use Zoom, which means we should be able to record. But I will find out that answer tomorrow, and I will push really hard to make sure that they are recorded so that people can check them out later. That's all I got for you guys. All right, y'all go rock out this Tuesday, and I will talk with everyone really soon. Thank y'all for being here.